Good morning to you and happy Melbourne Cup Day. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now, Australian shares are set to advance at the open as US stocks gained in late trade. The ASX started the month of November off on a positive note, and that was despite a fall in Westpac shares. At the closing bell, the S&P ASX 200 was 0.6% or 47 points higher at 7,371. Financials were the only sector that closed in the red. They were down 0.5%. Communication services were the best performer, up 2.3%. That was followed by utilities, up 2%. And technology and consumer discretionary, both up 1.9%. The best performing stock was Orocobre, closing 5.8% higher. And the worst performing stock was Westpac, closing 7.4% lower. And that was following its full year results, which failed to meet expectations. Today, we'll be keeping a very close eye on the Reserve Bank meeting. This could pave the way for a rise in the cash rate sooner rather than later. The Reserve Bank had previously insisted that the cash rate, which is currently at 0.1%, will remain at record lows until 2024. There are thoughts that this is no longer possible. We'll bring you all these details as soon as we get them here at Kalkine TV. In other news from today, Goodman has made a strong start in financial year 2022 with a continuation of structural changes and significant customer demand. Now, the Goodman Group is an Australian integrated commercial and industrial property group that owns, develops and manages real estate. Key highlights at the 30th of September this year were $62 billion total assets under management and $12.7 billion of development work in progress. COVID-related disruptions in financial year 2022 have had less impact on the full-year projections than what they had initially assumed. And unibail-rodamco-westfield announced today the signing of a co-investment partnership with AXA IM Alts for the Triangle Tower. That's a major new development in Paris. The Triangle Tower will create a significant lively urban space for Parisians, linking to the city of Issy-les-Moulineaux, combining office space with a conference centre, restaurants and a hotel, with expected opening in 2026. Construction is expected to create more than 5,000 jobs. Unibail-Rodamco-Westfield has a portfolio valued at €55 billion as at the 30th of June. And finally, Computershare has completed the acquisition of the assets of Wells Fargo Corporate Trust Services. That's a leading US-based provider of trust and agency services to government and corporate clients. The business will now be known as Computershare Corporate Trust and will operate as a standalone business within Computershare. Well, now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect the trading day.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
And welcome back to the Morning Outlook Report here on Melbourne Cup Day. Let's look to America, and on Wall Street the Dow Jones rose 0.3%, the S&P 500 rose 0.2% and the Nasdaq is up 0.6%. Gains for energy shares and Tesla buoyed indices as investors looked ahead to a major US Federal Reserve meeting later this week. So while the Fed meets on Wednesday, the Bank of England is scheduled to do so on Thursday. European stocks hit record highs following upbeat earnings reports and a surge in banking shares. The Pan-European Stock 600 rose 0.7% to finish at a record closing high as the global mood was supported by Japan's post-election boost and stabilizing coal prices in China. The US dollar fell after recording its biggest daily rise in over 4 months, and that's ahead of the Federal Reserve's policy meeting this week. Oil prices edged higher on account of improving demand. Brent crude rose 1.1% to $84.63 a barrel. US crude rose 0.59% at $84.06 a barrel. Spot gold rose 0.6% to $1,793 an ounce. US gold futures for December delivery settled up 0.7%. Meanwhile, Bitcoin fell 0.7% at $61,949.27. That's all for our Morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading. Stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.